Officials have told us Robin Williams, Aaron Hernandez, Sonny Liston, and Lieutenant Joe Glinowicz committed suicide. Were they actually murdered?
Welcome to Homicide, Suicide, You Decide. Tonight, we're going to explore the death of the musical genius, Prince.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
The official coroner's report concluded that accidental overdose was the cause of death. Yet there is compelling circumstantial evidence that Prince's passing was a result of suicide. That Prince intended to cause his death.
This no doubt was a slow escalation into dependency. Unfortunately, these drugs actually amplify pain over time. We'll add in a benzodiazepine, add in a hypnotic, and now we have a lethal combination.
We told you that Prince had really big problems with his hips. He had had surgery on his hips, and that is one of the reasons he treated himself for pain with the Percocet.
There are claims that he was suffering from a disease that would end up taking his life.
Popular musicians in general as an occupational group are more susceptible and vulnerable to the workplace pressures and their personal vulnerabilities. So studies tend to demonstrate that there may be a greater proportion of violent deaths in that particular group.
He was on stage for maybe 10 minutes and then he was done. He sounded kind of frail, you know, he didn't sing or anything.
When he was at the concert at his home, he told the audience to not waste their prayers until later. That sounds like a reference to the fact that he would no longer be with us.
So he's on his own in a big empty house, in pain, looking for a way to relieve the pain, and that's what kills Prince. And that's not the way you want any story to end.
There is also circumstantial evidence that Prince died by the hand of another, including what is a typical motivation for murder: money. There's more.
We have no reason to believe at this time it's a suicide. The rest of it's under investigation.
Isn't it interesting that as he comes public, as he shows up on my studio and talks to me, as all of this is happening, he's dead. Some people are telling me they think he was murdered. I don't know.
They killed Prince on the plane. That same night they put him on the plane, he did a one-man concert at 8 o'clock and then another one. You saw it? Did it look like he was dying from AIDS?
Dick Gregory said Prince was murdered. Prince had just won a lawsuit against his record company worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and there is speculation that Prince received 3 death threats.
Those are the games they play, man.
What we are hearing now, though, from the Minneapolis Star-Tribune sources is that there were some pills found inside of the estate at Paisley Park, and that those pills were labeled hydrocodone, and that the pills, when tested, turned out to be fentanyl.
Did someone replace his medication with lethal narcotics?
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. It's been around for many, many years. It was designed to be used for severe pain, cancer pain, short-term pain. It is an extremely powerful opiate.
They can't find a valid prescription. So there is a criminal side to this investigation.
I just can't believe all the things people say.
Remember, he was found in his elevator. He may have been dead since the night before.
The fact that Prince would go home to Minnesota after an apparent overdose that was handled in Illinois and then be left alone long enough to have committed suicide or to have taken these pills is almost unbelievable.
I don't believe it was an accident that the bottles are mislabeled. I don't believe that. I don't believe any of the stories that they told me.
As you recall, the official coroner's report cited accidental overdose as the cause of death.
You've now seen the evidence, theories, and speculation surrounding the death of Prince. It's time to vote. And for those of you who are passionate about voting the way you do, We invite you to send us a 1-minute summation, explanation as to why you voted the way you did. And we will choose the 2 best and present them to the national audience next week. For Homicide, Suicide, You Decide, I'm David Shapiro.
Mental health can be a serious problem. Contact a professional if you notice sudden personality or mood changes.
If I had the chance to do it all again,